cutting it because I just realized that I've been ranting for an hour and a half, and the fucking stream cut off a minute in. And I haven't been streaming this whole time. And I went on a fucking hour-long rant. Cultura. Cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it. I am studiomogura, studiomogura. We're just gonna go through the fucking shit real fast because I just want to get to the point where I can start talking again, okay? Because I literally just wasted an hour and a fucking half, and I don't want to fucking shoot myself. I just want to just kind of say my thing and go, and I wanted to be done with this, but now I have to redo it all over again because I don't know what the fuck happened, okay? So, check out PayPal, hit me up with the PayPal, hit me up with the CashApp. Check out my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon or available on Barnes & Noble. It's a chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. Basically, my adventures as a raver, growing up, taking drugs, partying, and all that kind of shit. Check it out. Sorry. Check out my comic shop, autotaco.com. Check out my TeePublic. And then also check out my Spotify playlist with all my tracks, including my recent album, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. That just came out this past summer. Okay, whatever. I'm just right now. I lost all the energy. You guys missed an incredible show. I gave you an incredible fucking show, and it's totally down the fucking drain because the fucking stupid thing didn't stream. So I don't know what to tell you, but I just know is right now it's 4:21. So let's just have a smoke session. Let's just turn this into a smoke session because I already yelled at you. I already yelled at the thing, and I'm like, fuck, man, to rehash all that shit, to make you understand again, yo, this is not a big deal. Losing and not getting, this is not a big deal. You're making a fucking big deal out of nothing, bro. Damian Lillard is not the guy, okay? He's not. I don't give a fuck anymore. We are good with our guys. Our team has proven. Our organization has proven. We can find people under fucking rocks, and we can turn them into fucking stars. We're fine. We're fine. Damian Lillard coming to here was a luxury, bro. He was just going to make shit like way more fucking easier, apparently. And honestly, I don't think so. One thing that I was ranting before was that I really felt like you could feel that the universe was just shifting this in this certain way. Herro's not supposed to leave Miami, bro. Hero's supposed to stay in Miami. Herro needs to stay in Miami. Herro thrives Miami. Herro is Miami. He doesn't need to be leaving here. And we definitely don't need to be sending Herro to fucking New York or anywhere else that we're going to have to face his ass consistently. I'm just... Man, it just sucks, man, because I really fucking went in and I said a lot of great shit and I was like just done with it. Yeah, ahora to redo everything one more time is just a fucking pain in the ass. And it sucks because you got everybody out here from fucking Miami crying and shit, like all these fucking dudes saying, "Oh my God, we're gonna get Lillard," and like what I had said before was, I don't know what happened that like 20%, 30% of the fan base thinks that Herro sucks now. Our second leading scorer, dude, averages nearly 30 points a game. Like, you say he sucks now. Because we couldn't get Damian Lillard for him. And then you see what Portland trades for Damian, and it's like bullshit. And it's like, why haven't you gone that it's not that Tyler Herro is not a good enough player. Is that Portland's stupid. And Portland doesn't see that Lillard for Herro is a perfect straight-up trade. In fact, it helps them even more because you're getting Damian Lillard younger. You're getting that caliber of a player, a Damian Lillard level player, younger. That the Heat are willing to give up because the Heat apparently just want to win one fucking title right now. We just want to win one title right now. Like, it's like, we gotta win one title, to shut people up. Who are you gonna shut up? The 2,000 people that are gonna show up at the fucking parade? Because that's how many people show up at that parade last time. Every fucking time. This isn't a rabid, I mean, like, we love the Miami Heat, but we're not a rabid sports fucking town. Like you when they win a championship, when you go out to the fucking title, they won the thing, it wasn't a lot of people. Compared to what you see on TV in other cities. Get out of here. Stop acting like this is like the end-all, bro. This ain't them trading for LeBron in his prime, bro. This is just them trading for a good player. A good old player. That we just saw what happens when you trade for good old players with the Jets. We just saw that. People are pissed at Herro because they just haven't seen him in the playoffs the last 2 years. And he was a big reason why we didn't win, because he was hurt. But you're not going to fucking blame Herro for getting hurt this past season because it was so fucking random. And you're not going to blame him for his, the third year shit of him missing with the hamstring. That shit happens. Remember, everybody was fucking hurt at that time. And at the end, even then when he was hurt back then, Butler makes the fucking shot and no one gives a shit anymore. No one gives a shit. People, it's just, you can't get as ridiculous as you're getting right now. How much saying Miami missed out, Miami missed this, Miami failed, Miami, but Pat doesn't know what he's doing. We were in the fucking finals last year, bro. And you're coming out here telling me that Miami doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. You did not expect the Heat to go anywhere past the playing games. And they came in there and they showed you, bro, we've just been waiting for this moment the whole fucking year. Like, we just didn't give a shit about the regular season anymore. We don't give a shit about the regular season. We just want to win enough games to make it into the fucking playing game, to make it into the fucking tournament, to make it into the playoffs, and then we turn it on and we run. That's how the Heat are going to do it now. I'm okay with that. You're not, you know what you're going to do this year? You're going to bitch and cry when we get beat by Milwaukee. I'm not going to bitch and cry when we get beat by Milwaukee. I'm not. My concern is just win enough games to make it to the playoffs. And then when we face Milwaukee in the playoffs, then let's talk. Because I want to face Milwaukee in the playoffs now with Damian Lillard. Go ahead. Let's go. I don't fear Damian Lillard. You fear Damian Lillard like that? Like, you really like, when we're going to play Damian Lillard, you're like, oh, well, I guess we're going to lose. When we play Portland, I'm like, we're going to lose because literally Miami to Portland is a long-ass fucking flight, bro. And usually they schedule that game with a day. And it's like, to get there in a day is a bitch, bro. And to play that game, you're fucking exhausted, I imagine. That's why I think they lose that game. I don't think they lose to Portland because of Damian Lillard. I've never thought that. I don't even remember that the motherfucker's on that goddamn team. Gonna be completely honest with you. I really don't. I mean, I forget until the media reminds me that Damian Lillard is on Portland Trail Blazers. If Milwaukee's so badass, right? Well, just give them the title now because they're gonna win out everybody, right? They're gonna wipe the floor with everybody, right? Why even show up? Why even play? I'm glad this happens because all it does is just make it easier for the Heat to just go fly under the radar like they usually fucking do. Nobody gives a fuck about the Heat. Nobody believing in the Heat. Nobody thinking that the Heat are going to fucking do anything. And we go in there and we do something. I hate it when there's large expectations on this team because this team falls apart when there's big expectations on us. Losing that first year with the big three changed me, man. Made me realize that, you can have whatever superstar you want. Everyone is capable of being beaten in this league now. I'm so ecstatic. I'm so happy that we didn't get rid of fucking Tyler Herro. He is one of the awesomest players I've seen since Wade. One of the funnest. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, I know when Tyler Herro's out there, I can count on Tyler Herro getting a shot. When Tyler Herro takes a fucking three, I'm like, it's in. I need to see Tyler Herro take the last shot now. I want to see Tyler Herro be the one with the ball in his hand at the end of the game, and not Butler, really, honestly. I want to see Herro with it. Because I believe in Herro taking the last shot of the game more than I believe Butler. Herro's got to start. That's your real problem. Your real problem is that you just don't see, we have never put it all on Herro now. We got to put it on Herro now. We gotta make him play. Start his ass. Make him play more. Put the ball in his hands. Make him a point guard. But no, you bring in Lowry, and you basically grandfather him into having a ton of control into this team and a ton of handles, and like you put a lot on him and to like be like, hey, do everything. And it's like, no, bro, he's not the guy that should have been doing everything, bro. It should have been here. We shall see. We shall see. That's it. That's all you got to do is just we shall see. There's no reason to get freaked out. There's no reason to this. There's no reason to cry. Oh my God, we didn't get Damian Lillard. You just want, you don't want to work for it, bro. A lot of those people are either remnants of fucking Big Three fans, or the young people that saw what those people went through, and very much like how the young generation that saw what older generations went through with World War II, they wanted to experience the same thing. They went off and they started fucking Vietnam. That's a lot of you want to do that. A lot of you want to start a fucking war to just relive this shit from back in the day. And it's like, don't do that. There's no need. There's no need to relive Big Three. Do something else. Do something new. Be the next thing. Not rehashing the old thing. And no. That's what still a lot of all these teams are doing. A lot of these teams are still just trying to chase fucking Miami, and the whole run that they did with the Big Three, bro. It's not even about just winning one title. It's not even about winning 2 titles. It's about being in the finals 4 or 5 years in a row, being in the spotlight, being the talk of every fucking sports thing, being being the main conversation. That's what fucking people want now. People want dynasties now, dude. Look at how often we've been in the fucking finals and the playoffs, how deep we've gone in these last couple of years. How Butler got here and first year here, finals appearance. Second year here, we were bounced out because we were all broken. Third year here, game away from the fucking finals. Fourth year, finals. Finals. Come on. What more do you want, bro? You want the title? We're knocking on the fucking door, bro. Just so happens, all the motherfuckers are good too. Shit, Denver's fucking good. Your problem is not fucking Damian Lillard. Your problem is stopping Jovic. Or Jokic, or whatever the fuck it is. Stopping him is that's the fucking problem. I don't see Damian Lillard stopping that guy. Unless he's fucking hitting threes from half court and shit. Because then at that point, well, then why play the game? Just have everybody shoot fucking from half court and just make it a fucking 3-point shooting contest every game. And if it becomes that, well, you know what? I like my chances with Herro. I think Butler's going to come into this league, shooting the three a lot better than he has been. And it's just been weird and crazy because he doesn't shoot the three, and then all of a sudden he's the greatest 3-point shooter you've ever seen in your life. And he's been doing that more and more every year. So I expect this year he's going to do a little bit more. Our thing is replacing Vincent and replacing Strus. Those are our biggest fucking keys. And I don't see how you replace those guys with Damian Lillard, dude. I mean, I know he'll take up some of the scoring. But this team is not like that. This team is not let's just fucking... This organization's not like that. This organization, and even with the fucking Big Three, where we let's fucking go out there and always put up 150 fucking points a game. I'm sure they were trying. But I don't think that was really that's ever been the plan here. The plan is always defense. The plan is always shutting the other team down. Not trying to outscore people, but trying to out-hustle people. And out-defend people, because we realize in this league people don't defend as much as they try and score. If that makes any sense. I'm really sorry that you guys missed the whole beginning or the whole fucking hour and a half rant. I'm so sorry about that. I'm embarrassed by it. That like I fucking was here and I was like doing all this crazy shit and no me do cuenta que the fucking thing wasn't going. None of this shit was on. And it's just so annoying. And to me, it's a lot of it's YouTube and how YouTube kind of like it runs with OBS, and it's like it's not like Twitch where I click it and it starts running. It's I click it and then I gotta come. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. Just like I don't like how you people are getting with this bullshit. Just let it go, man. Fuck it, bro. We weren't meant to get Damian Lillard. We're meant to beat Damian Lillard. Milwaukee's the one who's meant to get him, and then him go in there and like you're all like, oh, Butler's old. Well, you know what? Giannis ain't young either. He ain't young anymore. Neither is Middleton, and definitely neither is Damian Lillard. So before you say Butler's getting old and Butler doesn't have a lot of time, his window's closing. The Milwaukee's Bucks window closed like 3 times in the last 3 years, bro. Like ever since they fucking like won the title, it's closed like a bunch of times on them. And look, they're still fucking here. Don't tell me it's fucking closed. I don't know what that means anymore, bro. Like the window is closed. What are you talking about? What window? The window of a championship? Like these motherfuckers are gonna quit next year or something? Butler's not quitting in another. Butler has an easy another 6 years, bro. In that guy. The way that he plays. Look how long LeBron is going, bro. Like Butler will literally retire if his coffee business takes off to a point where he's like a billionaire. Like, and at that point, I don't even think he would quit because then basketball would become a hobby. It would not be his main fucking thing. He wouldn't have to worry about getting paid in basketball. He could just fucking enjoy the game. Like our team is. I don't think there's anybody who's over 30 besides Butler. Like, we've got a great core. The thing is keeping the core together. And I think that's more important than bringing in a crazy superstar who you expect to just, take up, like, 40% of the scoring, 50% of the scoring. I don't know. This team doesn't function like that, bro. We don't work that way. We're never a one-guy show. Even with Wade, it wasn't like that. Because Wade, when it was just Wade, did we win? No. Wade only won here when he had Shaq and he had a really great team around him with great three-point shooting. Okay? Even then, back then, it was just like, because it wasn't like how it is today. It was just some guys made shots, But then eventually he won again. It was with LeBron and these people. So it's like, as great as Wade was, as good as what he was, still needed help. LeBron, great as he is, he needed help. He needed to go somewhere. Like, I know, I say that, and it's like, well, you could have used the help with Lillard. And I'm like, yeah, but I like our system. I like the way that we do things, and I trust our system. So I trust if like shit doesn't fall through for us and we don't get that guy, I have enough faith in the coaching and the whole staff and everything that we'll find someone or at least 2 guys to make up for the one guy. That will be okay. Because usually we are okay. Usually every year we all cry. Oh God, we didn't get this. We didn't get the whale. We didn't get this guy. We didn't get that guy. Blah, 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 blah. Playoffs. Run. And it's not about that anymore, dude. To me, it's about health, man. And we made it to the fucking playoffs super healthy until we lost Herro. And then we had to go the whole way without him. Our bigger problem was that Spo kept going to fucking ese come pinga I forgot his name, the white guy. I don't want to remember his name. If I can't remember the other guy's name, I don't want to remember this guy's name because it's almost there. I can almost see it, and I don't want to even remember it because I hate him. Okay. And Spo went to him instead of going to Yurt, and I think that was a huge mistake. I think if he would have gone to Yurt in the second round and played Yurt that first game to give him some fucking minutes, by the fucking finals, Yurt would have been already really into playing, and you would have been able to put him and Bam together to go up against Jovic. And that's our bigger fucking problem. Our bigger fucking problem is not that we don't have 3-point shooting, or we have shooting, or this. We don't have size. We've never had size. We've never had size. We need size. We need to get bigger. We need to get way bigger. We don't care about the Eastern Conference anymore. Like, everybody here in the year is like, oh, well, the Eastern Conference is loaded. Eastern Conference is this. I don't give a fuck who's on the Eastern Conference. We're going to beat them. Last year, the Eastern Conference was loaded. We beat them all. We beat them all. We're going to beat them all again. It's no problem. It's not difficult. It's not. We're going to beat fucking Eastern Conference. We are now at a level where we're like, how do we beat the West? How do we win in the finals against the West? That's our bigger fucking concern. And I don't believe that, oh, Damian Lillard is going to come here and fucking save the day. No, bro, because Damian Lillard was in the West. And he couldn't fucking save the day for Portland. And it's not like they didn't have guys. I'm sorry, I don't believe anymore. It's not like they have those guys around them. When you have Damian Lillard, if he's such a great player, he would make other players around him better, like Butler does for our guys. But I also believe a lot in coaching in basketball, bro. A lot in coaching, man. More so than ever. Just because last year really taught me, like, yo, just write it out, bro, and let these guys just work. And this season's going to be a lot of that. This season's going to be a lot of, like, I can't get mad at them at all. I'm always going to remind myself of last season that it was like, you can't get ahead of yourself. Just let them fucking go. Let it work. We can't lose guys for one guy. That's another thing. It's just like the way that it is, going back to like the whole idea of the concept of the 5-player team, is that everyone's got to be a star, bro. So we could, it would only really work if we got Damian Lillard for nothing without giving up Herro. That's what would work. If we would ultimately given up Herro, we would just be trading 30 for 30 and that's it. And we would still be in the same spot. So it's like we don't move up. We just like we stay in the same place. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. Because I basically already ranted like for an hour. And so now I'm just like completely kind of wiped. And I'm like, I already went on my fucking shit. And yeah, I don't have to fucking rant anymore. I don't want to fucking go crazy anymore. But that's pretty much it, Like, this ain't a biggie, bro. This ain't a biggie at all. Like, y'all want to fucking think that this is a biggie, and this ain't a biggie, bro. I'm not gonna worry about this shit. But put Bam on fucking Giannis. You put fucking Baller on fucking somebody on fucking what's his face, Lillard. The only thing is like one thing about Herro is that Herro's just gotta get better defensively, dude. I think 5 years into this with the Heat, he should be a little bit better. I think he will get better. But I also think he's gonna be he's gonna want to score this year. He's gonna be a ball hog this year. And more power to him. Let him be the ball hog. Let him go. Release Herro, dude. I think this is the year that they gotta release him. They gotta like let him go. Let him fucking just take the reins and just go crazy. Do your thing. And follow him. And I really believe that he'll take us. He'll take us like how Butler takes us. It's no problem, bro. Those guys are two dogs, man. Those guys are both like, they're both hungry. And Butler's in another world. He's like in another level because he's on another trip, bro. He's on a one-man fucking wrecking trip, and he's like, Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the 80s or some shit like that. Like how he's just like, you can't be stopped. I'll be back. And I have no doubt in my mind. When Arnold Schwarzenegger tells you that he'll be back, like, he'll be back. And that's kind of how I feel with Butler. It's like, I have no doubt in my mind that this guy's not gonna come through, bro. He's just built different. It's weird. Never seen anything like that. I've never seen anything like it where you just don't expect it and he comes in and he does it. He's already done it a bunch of times where it's like, okay, well, Butler is one of the best players in the league. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. So yeah, man, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna go too long anymore because I already did. But it's no big deal, dude. This is like just another fucking trade, bro. This is another trade. They go somewhere else. We're gonna get somebody, dude. We'll get somebody to kind of shut people up. But then at that point, I'm like, don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your time getting somebody. Because I feel like there's no one to really get without having to trade and give up a bunch of people for it. And I don't want to give up any of our guys. I like all our guys. Our guys are really good. I think we just need to just keep adding to the roster and not subtracting to it. You know, I think we just need to like wait for a couple free agents who want to come here. You know, wait for somebody that wants to come here, that can come here, that we don't have to give up any players. Like the trade doesn't work in our favor. And I'm done with that. I'm done with trading fucking good players for hope. I don't want that. I don't want that anymore, bro. I want guarantees, you know, and there's no guarantee that Lillard's gonna go in there and fucking like. There's no guarantee anymore with that. There's just no. There's none. There's none whatsoever, dude. You know, and if they come in there and they beat our asses and they win the title and they go 80-1 or whatever the fuck, and it's like, oh my god, they're the greatest team ever, well, then so fucking be it, dude. So fucking be it. You know, una pinga de cosas que like, fuck, it takes like Damian Lillard coming to the fucking Milwaukee Bucks for that to happen. In the history of all fucking NBA. You know, it didn't happen with LeBron, it didn't happen with any of his teams, it didn't happen with any of the Steph Curry teams, no. It happened when Damian Lillard teamed up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton. That was the super team to end all super teams. That ultimately fucking was the greatest team of all time. That won 5 fucking titles in a row. 8 titles in a row. Destroyed everybody. Went undefeated in the NBA for in a season. It was just like an unstoppable force. Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Chris Middleton. That's who in history is going to go down as the greatest team of all time. That's what we're worried about. Well then, you know, fucking blow my brains out right now. I mean, just hearing that sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's ridiculous. That's what you're worrying about. Everybody freaking out is freaking out because they have this belief that like these 3 guys are going to get together and they're going to be the greatest team of all time. If you're the greatest team of all time, Milwaukee, with this team, more power to you, bro. I didn't see it coming. No need. It's just I don't know, man. The ravenous way people have been getting over wanting to get Damian Lillard here at all costs, at any cost, just to get somebody here. It's like you don't even want somebody here to like fit here, to like really do something here. I don't even think you guys really want a title, bro. I just think you just want a superstar fucking here. Like you already have superstars here, dude. And it's just like you want more on top of it. And it's just, and it always goes back to this, like, that's why I always point back to the big 3 and how in some ways it was bad for this city because the city is already vain. And the city's already very, very fraudulent. The city is very, like, everybody puts up a facade kind of thing, And so that just speaks a lot to it, where it's just everybody just wants a superstar player to think that, like, we have a great team. And it's like, well, wait a minute. What made you think we didn't have a great team? We were literally in the finals already. And it's that, like, separation from reality that just worries me so much, about the fan base. And I'm like, we got to be a little smarter than this. We got to be a little bit more sensible. Common sense. Just, I know we're all fanatics. I know we're all, like, super fans. And I know we're all, like, we want this team to win constantly. We want this team to win every game. But I have the luxury of being a Jet fan, dude. And I think that really has made me like just appreciate this organization and this team so much, man. And like, let me tell you, bro, this season, I cannot wait for the Heat season to start, dude. I am ready to go, bro. I am ready fucking to go. I cannot wait. Because, my NFL season is like pretty much done. My shit was done 4 plays in the season. 4 plays in, done. Yeah, I had a little part of me that was like, maybe Zach Wilson can kind of win a couple games and maybe we can fight for the wild card. Maybe. Do you think I have that now? After Dallas, after New England? Do you think I'm sitting here and I still believe that maybe we can get into the playoffs with Zach Wilson? I'm gonna ride the kid. I mean, you go watch my Heat, this Jets Life, which is the new podcast I'm fucking doing for the Jets. But and I'm like, stick with him, bro. But I'm like, stick with him because there ain't nobody else you're gonna get. They went and they got this fucking other guy, and it's like Trevor Siemian. Who gives a fucking shit about Trevor Siemian? He ain't gonna do shit. Trevor Siemian's gonna fucking quickly realize I want to be out. I should not have come back. That's what he's gonna do. What the fuck are you gonna do with Trevor Siemian? What? Oh, Zach Wilson hasn't fucking thrown a touchdown pass, so in the first quarter, and he's not doing really good. So you know what? We're gonna bench him for Trevor Siemian. Like you had Tim Boyle on the fucking squad. I'd rather give it to him because he's literally actually taking plays with his team. You know, he knows. He's taking reps with us. You're gonna literally hand the ball from Zach Wilson to that guy with not having played once at all with the fucking goddamn Jets. I think he was on the Jets before, and like that's how unremarkable, unmemorable this guy is. It's like he was on the Jets, I think, and I don't remember that, and I don't care. And meanwhile, look at what's happening with the Dolphins. And you guys want to sit here and fucking talk about like fucking getting Damian Lillard? And you guys want to sit here and fucking like like get pissed off when people like call us like, oh, we pay for shit and we're we don't we don't build teams. A Dolphin fan told me that the other day at work because I came in and I was wearing a Jet hat and he was wearing his Dolphin stuff and he was like, what happened to Aaron Rodgers? That's what you guys get. That's what he said. He was white. He looked at me and he was like, that's what you guys get. You guys deserve that shit. And I'm like, the fuck do you mean we deserve that shit, bro? And he's like, oh, because you guess what you get for trying to buy a team instead of building one. And it's like Gary Wilson drafted, Zach Wilson drafted, like that entire fucking line, that defensive line drafted, Brees Hall drafted, Gary Wilson drafted. Sauce Gardner drafted, Reed drafted. Everybody on that fucking team is like reconnected. Everybody on that team is like 2 years old and has been drafted. And this fucking asshole of a Dolphin fan wants to be like, that's what you deserve. The Jets, who have been the butt of the joke since Namath, okay? While the Dolphins get to still fucking ride their 0-17 season as if like people today remember that shit or are a part of that shit. They get to still ride Dan Marino as the greatest fucking quarterback of all time, even though that motherfucker never got a ring. They still get to ride that shit. And then people talk more about the Jets having a playoff drought than the Dolphins having a playoff drought. And I'm like, I don't know why they say that, because it's like, the Jets were in it with Herm Edwards and the Jets were in it with Rex Ryan to a point where they made the AFC Championship. Since all the way that time, I haven't seen the Dolphins go to an AFC Championship game. Yet we're the fucking butt of the joke. And then now look at the Dolphins. Plethora of riches. They went out and they got Tyreek Hill, but we're the ones that deserve it because we buy a team because we got Aaron Rodgers. Because Aaron Rodgers wanted to leave Green Bay because they literally weren't going to play him. But we deserve it. That's Dolphin fans. And then you want to bitch about fucking Damian Lillard as a Heat fan? I'm so glad that I'm a Jet fan, because I appreciate it makes me appreciate the Heat so much more. That's what makes kind of Miami a little bit insufferable. And we've never experienced Miami having multiple, like a complete domination in sports, because right now they're dominating with Messi, which I don't even really, honestly, to me soccer is such of a, I'm sorry, but soccer is a joke fucking sport to me. I really don't like soccer because I just think it's a kind of a joke sport. I look at soccer like WWE, not like football or baseball or basketball. I look at soccer like WWE. The only soccer that I consider women's soccer less theatrical and more sport and athletic than men's soccer. To me, men's soccer is pure theater. That shit's just like pure theater and corrupt beyond anything you could possibly imagine on this planet. Is the soccer federation, it's just the soccer fucking industry and all that kind of shit. And it just is so discombobulated and so fucking like diluted with so many different like regions and leagues and this and that and championships, and there's like 8 championships per season and shit, and it's like it feels very participation trophy like. It feels very like, well, we didn't win the World Cup, so we're gonna create our own championship and then crown ourselves the champions because we're gonna basically dominate the sport by getting the fucking best player and forcing everybody not to fucking have any good players so that we can win against them, and then we're the champions. And it's like, it's a little bit weird, seeing this guy come in here and just dominate so hard against people, and you realize, wow, there's a humongous gap of talent between these people. And it's not even it's not even Michael Jordan versus the NBA. It's Michael Jordan versus a high school team. And it's like, I really can't cheer for that. I really can't celebrate when, you're raising a trophy for beating the living shit out of fucking special handicap kids. Like, congratulations. Because that's what it is. It's not like we came to find out. We thought we were going to see competition. It's like, oh no, he's so dominant. It's just like, it's really embarrassing at how bad the players in MLS are. And that shit's just like so spread out. And it's like, okay, well, I know it's because MLS isn't, and it's not the dominant sport here in the United States, and the United States is trying to build. So this is what it's like to build and be at the bottom in a sports industry than at the top, like we usually are with like baseball and basketball and with football. But soccer, no way, man. Well, thank you. But now Miami has that. And then Miami has the Heat competing every year. The Marlins are doing pretty good this year, strangely enough. And then now to have the Dolphins be really good, it's making people insufferable. And it's just a little bit, I feel, again, a little bit fraudulent, because while I do hate it when people say that Miami fan base is bullshit, because I see the Miami fan base and we show up and they're fans here. As a collective whole, like I do understand why people would say that, because in Miami, like, there's just so much to do other than sports. Sports wasn't the dominant thing here, and that's what people in other cities don't have. Like, people in other cities don't have a fucking beach that they can just go to and chill, and they don't have the clubs and shit. So that creates just a different lifestyle when you're younger and you don't really get into sports and stuff, like in other states and other cities and other towns and shit, where like kids are like, okay, well, you're either gonna be a fucking baseball player or you're gonna be a football player or some shit like that. It's like here, it's like, no, you don't really have to do any of that shit, unless you have to, unless you're in you come from like a poor neighborhood or a poor area or an area that is dominated by this thing, which is what happens with football. Football here in Miami is huge. Football here in South Florida is huge. Huge. It's just insanely huge. And a lot of it's because, people a lot of young kids get into sports because they don't want to get into fucking gangs. Thank God. I just, I don't want people in Miami to be like that. I can't tolerate them at this point. But it's gonna get there. Especially if the Dolphins keep winning, it's gonna get there. Um, but I just don't want people to treat the Heat like that, bro. The Heat are a great organization. They're not even like the Dolphins. I mean, I feel like the Dolphins are kind of turning into the Heat, but they're still in their infancy. They're still in the beginnings of it. Like you don't get there until you start winning titles, and even then you don't get there by just winning one title. I realize like why the Lakers and the Celtics and all these teams that have won multiple titles, why they are the way that they are, and I've only realized that through the Heat, you know. And so it's important that the fan base doesn't fucking turn on the Heat for just this stupid bullshit of not getting Damian Lillard. Support Tyler Herro, bro. People, motherfuckers out there saying that Tyler Herro's not good. That's insane, bro. That's like, that's the equivalent of saying that, like, the Snyderverse was good. That's, like, insane. You have tricked yourself into thinking that shit's like that. And it's like, yo, you're only doing that because you're letting your jealousy and you're letting your spite and you're letting your, like, your the green-eyed monster, the greed in you, like, just fucking come out, You're saying Snyderverse is great because you see what Marvel has done, and what Marvel's done is great. And even reconnected. And even now that, like, Marvel has kind of tapered off, it's like, well, of course, bro, because they've been going on for so long. You think they were gonna always have hits and shit? Like, I've been waiting for them to have this moment where it's like, okay, well, they have a lull now. Now they gotta kind of like get everything together, and that's just good. It's good for Marvel when they have a lull like this because it's like, okay, it makes them realize, look, we were great. We got to get back on top somehow, and Marvel will get back on top. Marvel will release some shit, and you're all gonna love it again. I have no doubt in my mind. I have a lot of doubts that DC is gonna come at me with some shit. Always. You can't come out. You can't be like that with this team. This team is not a DC team, bro. Like the Heat are not the DC team. Okay? And the Heat are Marvel. We know and trust in Marvel. Okay? We don't trust in DC. You don't believe in Batman, you don't believe Batman. Batman lies to you. He will lie to your face. Okay? Remember that shit. So yeah, I said I was gonna cut it off, and then we went 15 minutes more. So let's finish this off with a bowl. No, I don't want to do Sunset Sherbert. Let's do the Runso G number 7. Just get into this because I'd rather get into this than get into my better stuff. So we'll do a little bit of the Runso G number 7, and then we'll go. Okay, take a hit, and we'll go. Yeah. Don't worry, people. It's gonna be just fine. It's not a big deal. It sucks. It's like, oh my god. That's it. That's all it is. You're gonna wake up tomorrow and you're gonna be just fine. You're gonna forget. In fact. Okay, so we're out of here, man. Cultura, studiomogura, studiomogura. I'll see you guys back in regular season unless all hell breaks loose and something else happens. But I don't think so. But I'll see you first game of the season. I don't know what it is. I don't really care. Whoever it is, doesn't matter. But I'll see you then after the game. Okay? So be cool, people. We'll see you then. Cultura, culture, cultura. Cultura, however you say it, that's how you say it. I am Studio Mogura, Studio MOGURA. Don't forget, hit me up at the PayPal, the Cash App. Check out my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. My comic shop, octotaco.com, TeePublic, and my Spotify playlist with all my tracks and my new album, The Reflection Binds You from Seeing the Truth. Thank you very much, and don't freak out. Just freak out. 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 Wait, hold on. Sorry. There we go. Out.